Hello my friends, today's video will be about Nakamichi Dragons. These speakers are Nakamichi Dragons. They form part of my second system, but of course this is only a picture on my phone, whereas here we have a real Nakamichi Dragon, auto reverse cassette deck. It was suggested that I have a look at it because it didn't play tapes by a guy who had that Shanling SACD player, Tube 1, in my last video. I didn't really want to get involved because I don't know, I know very little, not nothing, but very little about cassette decks, but then the temptation to have a look at what's inside of one of those was too great. So what we have here is a huge board, and there's another one like it underneath it. I didn't take it apart because I just don't want to damage anything. Look at how many wires there are over the power board. And then we have another board which has a lot of power transistors that drive mechanics. And here it is. This is Nakamichi Dragon. White plastic mechanics, all very nice, very clean. I probably don't understand any of it, well, other than that this is a motor. There's a tire that needs to be replaced over there, and you can see the flywheel there, going hard at it. I've noticed also there is a, we can show it to you, but there is, in the middle of the screen you can see a beacon. There's a pulsing red light there. Okay, that tells the servo whether the tape is moving or not. There's a real wheel there, and there's a belt going all the way to that side. Bit stretched, but seemed to work all right. So other than that tire, I replaced that belt. I mean, I didn't replace the tire, it needs to be replaced, but that belt has been replaced, and it's been, this is the belt that you can see there. Okay, the player didn't play tapes, I wouldn't engage the play button, and I've noticed that nudging that bar helped, and so obviously it was slipping on the belt. There's another belt there, and that whole thing is a azimuth adjustment. I don't know how it does it. There's a motor. If it doesn't like the azimuth, starts spinning, and via this blue metal tape, it goes to the bottom there and adjusts the azimuth in some way. I'll open the cassette thing in a moment, maybe even now, just to have a look inside of that pocket. I don't know if it's going to focus properly or not. That belt I told you about is over there. Over here, I don't think it's focusing. Maybe I'll zoom in a bit, maybe not. Well, that there is a head, 4 slots in it, because it's auto reverse, it goes both ways. I don't know what to do to make it focus properly. The screen is so small I don't know if it does or not. That's a race head there. The 2 spindles are from the flywheel, they spin all the time. And over there you can see a number of the 6 wide gears, and they're there to adjust the head. So it is a very nice, probably the best cassette deck ever made. Although the sound from it is not that astonishing. I had a Yamaha KX800 which sounded better than this, but of course I recorded the tapes, whereas I don't know what's the source of that tape. Maybe it was recorded on something else and poorly But I mean, it plays all right. It's just it's not what you would expect from Nakamichi Dragon. And I'm sure if it was recorded from a good source on this machine, it would have been fine and much better. Few things on it. The master controller, in addition to channel 1's output, is variable. What else is unusual? There's a subsonic filter. Of course, auto reverse, because you can see you can play both ways. Play and record, there's a tiny button there. Well, it's obviously one of the best players, if not best, and this is the elaborate level adjustments. There's a metal second position, which is like a super Avalon, TDK call them, and ferric tape, and you have adjustment for each one of them of bias at 15 kilohertz and also signal level at 400 hertz. So that is also unusual. Standard recording mute, I actually don't know what that is. Maybe I'll press it. It didn't do anything. So that's about all. That's about all I know about it. It is in need of service. That azimuth belt needs replacement because it is not smooth. But I didn't do it for two reasons. That was not my brief. My brief was to get it going, and it has a shaft going from that side to that side, so one has to remove the whole assembly to be able to replace the belt, you know, so nicely visible yet so difficult to replace. And to do that, front panel has to come out, the whole mechanism, and that bit there has to be removed. From what I could see on the net, those things take or they cost $600-700 US to service. It's $1,000 Australian dollars. I've seen a belt kit for $200, but I'm sure there must be cheaper ones because they're like 4 belts and a tire. So that's all, folks, and till the next one. Goodbye.